Ciao e benvenuti. My name is Laura Soren, and I will be presenting my research on le donne afro-italiano e fascismo, or the African Italian woman and fascism. My research explores the history of fascism and women and the ways in which fascism utilized certain public programs and policies to create an Italian woman that was considered a reproduction factory for creating new fascist males for the fascist regime. Part of this public policy created a lot of freedom for women in their bodies in a way, and then in another way, pigeonholed them into this idea of woman as mother. But my research is going to specifically focus on another woman that is a lot less studied in fascism, and that is the African woman, which was part of the Italian attempt to further Italian superiority by expanding their colonial footprint into Africa. They especially colonized the areas of Eritrea and Somalia, and had a lot of conflict in that region. But one of the things that they explicitly did is advertise the area to soldiers to increase soldier participation in the region as a virgin landscape, or a landscape that had been untouched and not seen or explored before. And part of this process was creating a propaganda campaign which advertised the Black African woman as the Veneri Neri, or the Black Venus. And in doing so, the fascist regime set up this ideology of women, which really creates two types of women in society for Italian men, one being the Italian mother, or the Madonna type figure, and the other being a sexualized Black Venus type figure. And a lot of this created questions of identity, especially among the women of future generations, those that grew up being both Black and Italian, both African and Italian, and trying to distinguish what is their actual identity as women versus what society is informing them that they are. So my research goes through a lot of history, fascist history, and a lot of the propaganda that was being utilized during the period. Some of it is pretty sensitive type imagery because it was pretty misogynistic. And it also is going to be exploring current African Italian voices in Italy and exploring the diaspora that's kind of going on now with misplaced peoples and migrant peoples from Africa that continue to flood the shores of Italy, and how the history of fascism and the history of Italian superiority and the history of the Black woman as a Black Venus are playing into the ideas that Italians have around race and identity today. So that is what my research is about, and please enjoy looking it over. Thank you.